She's younger, she's beautiful, and she's looking at you like she wants something. But here's the catch. Before she lets herself feel anything real, she's going to test you. Not because she's playing games, because she has to know who you really are. And if you don't recognize these tests, you will fail them every single time. Most men don't realize this, but her attraction triggers a deep psychological need for safety. She needs to know that you're stable, secure, and emotionally mature. So she tests you, and she almost always uses two specific questions. Pay close attention to what I'm about to share. These questions might seem simple, even casual, but how you answer them determines everything. Here's the first question. She asks, "Don't you think the age difference is a problem?" At first glance, this seems like a concern about logistics, but that's not what she's really asking. She's not looking for a logical debate. She's testing something much deeper. She's testing your confidence. If you get defensive, you're communicating that you're insecure about it, and her attraction starts to fade. She wants to see if you're comfortable in your own skin. The right answer is simple, calm, and confident. Something like, "It hasn't been a problem so far. Has it been for you?" Notice what this does. You flip it back to her in a relaxed way. Your calmness is what passes the test. Your energy. Now here's the second question. She asks, "So why aren't you married? Or why did your last relationship end?" This is a psychological probe. She's figuring out if you take responsibility or play the victim. She's not listening to the facts. She's listening to how you tell it. She's listening for bitterness. She's looking for a man who has done his emotional work. She wants to know you're not carrying baggage. Answer honestly but without blame. Acknowledge your part. Speak about your ex with respect. This communicates that you're not bitter. You've grown. That's a man she can trust. If you call her crazy or blame her entirely, she hears one thing. He hasn't healed. He'll blame me too. These questions are almost never asked directly. She wraps them in casual conversation. But she's listening. You're at dinner? There's chemistry? She says, "Doesn't it ever bother you that I'm so much younger?" Most men would panic and justify. But you stay calm. You smile and say, "Not really, does it?" She's surprised. You're confident. And just like that, you pass the first test. Later, she asks about your past. You keep it simple. "We wanted different things. I learned what I want. Now I'm here." She feels safe. She feels like you've done the work. And her craving deepens. These questions are gatekeepers. She's looking for something she can't find in men her age. Stability, experience, perspective, calmness. She's not craving your age. She's craving what your age represents. The ability to lead without ego. But here's the warning. You can't fake this. She will feel the difference between genuine and performed confidence. The only way to pass is to actually become the man who doesn't need to pass them. A man comfortable with who he is. These tests are not conscious. Her subconscious is scanning for threats. Is he going to use me? Blame me? Next time she asks about age, don't defend. Be calm. Next time she asks about history, don't blame. Show growth. She's not testing you to reject you. She's testing you to trust you. She wants to feel safe enough to fall. Give her that safety, not through words, through who you are. My name is Lauren Pons. Now go be that man. She's younger, she's beautiful, and she's looking at you like she wants something real. But before she lets herself fall, she's going to test you. Not because she's playing games, but because her attraction triggers a deep psychological need for safety. She needs to know if you are the stable, emotionally mature man you appear to be. Most men fail these tests because they don't even realize they're being tested. Today, we're revealing the two specific questions every younger woman uses to probe your security. The first question sounds like a casual concern about the future. She'll ask, "Don't you think the age difference is eventually going to be a problem?" On the surface, it's about logistics. But underneath, it's a confidence test. If you start justifying, listing reasons why age doesn't matter, or getting defensive, you fail. Every word of justification screams insecurity. She doesn't want a logical debate. She wants to see if you're comfortable in your own skin. A high-value man stays unbothered. He might smile and say, "It hasn't been a problem so far. Has it been for you?" By flipping the question with calm energy, you show that her test doesn't shake your reality. That energy is exactly what passes the test. Now, the second question is even more subtle. She'll ask, "Why are you still single?" Or, "Why did your last relationship end?" This is a psychological probe into your accountability. She's listening for bitterness, blame, or victimhood. If you call your ex crazy or blame her entirely, she hears, "He hasn't healed, and eventually he'll blame me too." A woman who craves an older man isn't looking for a perfect man, but she is looking for a man who has done his emotional work. The right answer is honest but respectful. We wanted different things. She's a good person, but we weren't right for each other. I learned a lot about myself. This shows you take responsibility. It shows growth. And that, more than anything, makes her feel safe. These questions are the gatekeepers. Pass them, and she allows herself to crave you. Fail them, and you'll always be at arm's length. She's looking for the stability she can't find in men her age. Stability, perspective, and the ability to lead without ego. She isn't testing you to reject you. She's testing you to trust you. Give her that safety through who you are, not just what you say. My name is Lauren Ponce. Now, go be that man.